Have a month. Brandon Crawford, after a slow start, the Giants shortstop is now on fire, hitting for average and hitting for power. He's become a force to reckon with and shows no signs of slowing down. Crawford looks to close out the homestand on a strong note. Giants Rockies, and it's all coming up next. We've got Sunday afternoon baseball here at AT&T Park as we get ready to wrap up the series and this homestand. And this afternoon, it's the Giants and the Rockies. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants on this homestand are 3-3. So, hey, a win a day, and they're 4-3, and you feel pretty good about this homestand. And they'll hand the ball to a kid from Denver, Ty Blach.
Ty Blach, who comes into this game lifetime against the Rockies, 1-1 with a 4.4 ERA, and he's been the most consistent Giant starter since Madison Bumgarner has gone on the disabled list, and he'll look to even this series. Now, the one thing he knows going into this game is that the Giants' offense is hot, especially by their two left-handers in the middle of the lineup, the two Brandons, Brandon Crawford, Brandon Belt. And it's nice to know that if you make a mistake out there on the mound, your offense can pick you up, and that's the type of confidence that this offense has right now.
17 hits in the ball game yesterday, and they'll take that today. All right, when we come back, we will have the lineups and the first pitch of this game. We'll have all of that right after this. The Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. It is a great time to get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open every day. 60 degrees. You see the winds and humidity, and it is a windy and overcast, slightly overcast afternoon. Here's the starting lineup for the Rockies, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Blackman, Desmond, and then Nolan Arenado, who's a pain, followed by Story, Ionetta, and Cuevas. Then it's Gonzalez, Valleca, and then Tyler Anderson will hit ninth.
On the hill today for the Giants will be the 27-year-old left-hander Ty Blach. Blach in his second year at the big league level, 6'1", 215-pounder. He is a native of Colorado. When you take your bats against Ty Block, you're going to see a fastball that goes low 90s. He'll sink and cut it. He's got a curveball slider and a changeup, and he'll throw anything at any time.
The 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball. It's very interesting in this first inning. We have one guy that has no luck against Block and one guy that's got major ownage against Block. Blackman is 0 for 12. And there's a call strike by Chris Conroy. Chris Siegel, Brian Honora, CB Buckner from first to third, with Honora the crew chief.
Chris Conroy, a low ball umpire, very consistent. It's not a big zone, but what you get in the first inning, you get to the ninth inning. It's very, very consistent.
And the 1-2 pitch is hit out to Belt, and that's how this game gets started.
Check out that defense playing behind Ty Block today for the Giants, starting in the outfield from left to right. It's going to be Belt, Jackson, and Hernandez, the best arm in right field. Crawford, Longoria will patrol the left side of the infield. Tomlinson and Posey on the right side. And Nick Hundley, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
And with one out, here's Desmond. Desmond hitting 179. He's got 7 home runs. He's got 21 runs batted in. And he is 2 for 9 lifetime against Ty Block. Desmond yesterday went 1 for 2. He scored a couple of runs. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Desmond's big night was on Friday, where he went 2 for 4 and knocked in 4 runs. The 1 and 2. He's really pulling off on those last 2.
Take a look at our pitch cast. Is brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company, on that changeup on the outside part of the plate.
2 and 2.
Staying away. The guy's not hitting for average. It's usually because he's pulling off the ball. If he is pulling off the ball, the one area of the plate that he seems to do the best of is pitches inside.
On the ground to Crawford. To Posey, 2 outs. And that'll bring up Arenado. Now this is the guy that's got ownage on Block. He's 7 for 11 with a couple of doubles and a triple.
Now, one thing about Ty Block, I mean, he knows where the hot spots are. I mean, 11 at bats. I mean, he's hit it 7 times. So it's all about pitching to the spots that he knows are not the hot spots.
Swing. Ain't gonna miss. No balls and a strike. Arenado 1 for 4 with an RBI yesterday.
That changeup right down the outside corner at the knees. I mean, you can't throw a better one than that.
Rockies are 25 and 21, with Arizona losing this afternoon. They've already lost. The Mets beat them 4-1. The Rockies are tied for first place with the D-backs. Bud Black, an old friend. Liked him a lot more when he wasn't managing. And this is right at Tomlinson, and that'll end the inning. Giants are coming up.
Try the new Cholula Buttery Jack, part of the Buttery Jack family. Only at Jack in the Box.
Good look. At the Bay Bridge, it's 0-0. And here's the Giants starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Hernandez, Posey, and Longoria. Belt the cleanup hitter, then Hundley fifth. And there's the red hot Brandon Crawford. Look what he's done just recently. Jackson, Tomlinson, and then Ty Block.
On the hill today for these Colorado Rockies will be the left-hander Tyler Anderson. In 9 starts, he's 3-1 with a 4.30 ERA. You take your at bats against him, you're going to see a sinker, slider, changeup guy, and he likes the fastball. And he's right. You're going to see a lot of ground balls. Native out of Las Vegas, went to the University of Oregon. 28 years old, 6'3", 215-pounder.
So here's Gorky Hernandez hitting .272. And he pops up the first pitch, and it's playable. And it's Desmond who wrestles with it and puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Let's take a look at the Rockies defensively. Behind Tyler Anderson today, starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Cuevas, Blackman, and Gonzalez, the best arm in right field. Story and Arenado, that's the left side of the infield. Valleca and Desmond on the right side. Chris Iannetta, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Here's Buster Posey hitting .307. And he looks at a strike. He's 2 for 6 lifetime against Anderson. And one of those 2 hits a home run. Lines it into the gap into right center field. And Buster Posey's going to run for a while. Will he do it? Will he go for it? You bet he is. He is on the move. And the throw, he made it. That's awesome.
Well, it is awesome. He doesn't get a lot of triples. He likes hitting in that second spot. He hadn't hit there since his rookie year. Here he gets an outside cutter or curveball. He just goes right with it. And once it got past Carlos Gonzalez in right field, it was off to the races for Posey. And he got out quick thinking, I have a chance. And right now you got to make the commitment, and here he goes.
Here's Longoria, who takes a strike. Right around halfway between home and first, you'd like to be able to get rid of that shin guard.
Yeah, exactly. Belly flop. Yeah, it really likes that. That lights up the bench.
Foul back, it's 0-2.
You know, one of the unique little tidbits of this ballpark's history is the very first triple that was ever hit here was hit by the slowest guy the Giants have ever had. Doug Mirabelli, the big catcher. Hey, it's Triple's alley.
And a little flare into left field. Posey's going back to tag. Diving and catching is Cuevas. And Posey's going to score. It's 1-0.
That's a great play. I'm watching Charlie Blackman, the center fielder, thinking that's his ball. And out of nowhere, right at the end, Cuevas comes flying, and he had to use every bit of the leap to get the ball. So he takes away a base hit from Evan Longoria. But nevertheless, a nice at bat from Longoria to get the sac fly.
Here's Belt. Belt hitting .308.
Anderson's got a little quirk to his motion. I mean, he puts his hands up right next to his ears, almost like he's listening for the ball to talk to him. Tell him when to start his lineup, his windup.
It's not that would bother me. It's the double leg thing going. And Belt gets hit. Belt trying to walk it off.
And for a guy that gets pitched inside a lot, like Brandon Belt does, I mean, he doesn't get hit that often. This one catches him on the. Looks like it got him on the side of. Up and in, right in the rib cage. Boiler.
Here's Hundley. Hundley with a swing and a foul, not wasting any time. Hundley hitting .268. He's got 4 home runs. He's got 14 runs batted in. And the 0-1 to Hundley. He's at the knees for a ball. Crawford on deck. Giants on the board. Hundley shoots one to center field, but it's right at Blackman. And that'll end the inning. A run on a hit, a sacrifice fly after 1-0.
Military Day here at AT&T Park. It's a very important day. It's a wonderful day. With me, Julie DeMaria. She's the founder of Operation Care and Comfort. You were on the field earlier today getting a check for your foundation, your organization, from Bruce Bochy. For those who don't know, what is Operation Care and Comfort?
We're an all-volunteer organization based right here in the Bay Area, and we support troops, veterans, and military families. Pretty easy.
Yeah, pretty easy, and a great thing to get involved in. Will you let us know specifically what's the relationship between the Giants and Operation Care and Comfort?
You know, we have a long-term relationship. Since 2004, the Giants have worked with us to support troops overseas with care packages, and also military families with support. But the biggest thing are the tickets. Millions of dollars worth of tickets have been donated to us to support the military, veterans, and their families. We couldn't have a better partner than the Giants. We're so grateful.
If somebody wants to check it out and see how they can help, where should they go?
Our website, occ-usa.org.
All right. And we just want to say a big thank you to all the military and what they do every single day. Gentlemen?
All right, very nicely done. Yeah, good information. Here it's a 1-0 lead for the Giants. Trevor Story at the plate, a ball and a strike. He's got 2 career home runs off of Ty Block. This is not going to be playable, and it's 1-2. He's 4 for 8 lifetime with 2 home runs. Part of our military here today. Story yesterday went 1 for 4. He knocked in a run. Way outside, 2-2. Chris Iannetta on deck. And then Noel Cuevas.
Block not happy with that changeup. Easy take.
This one's popped up. Gorkis Hernandez puts it away. Well, congratulate your graduate with a gift of Giants baseball. Tickets to 2 games and a class of 2018 Outta Here t-shirt. Packages start at $49. Visit sfgiants.com/grad. Iannetta hitting .220 with 4 home runs, 11 driven in. And the first pitch is down low. Mike mentioned it earlier. Block 1-1 last year against the Rockies. He's also 1-1 lifetime. But we remember him pitching very well against Colorado. There's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
He really has established his changeup early on in this ball game, and I think that's what you have to do against a Colorado Rockies team. I mean, they notoriously are good fastball hitters.
Ooh, close. 3-1.
I think it's important to establish both sides of the plate with a fastball, and it's important to establish you can throw all of your specialty pitches for a first pitch strike first time through the lineup.
Foul back.
Iannetta's thinking, I just missed that one.
See what he gets here. Out of play.
Our ball dude down the first base line, Michael Ramirez. I mean, he got close to it, but hey, at least he got to get up off the bench. There's Ron Ramirez, or Ray Ramirez, I beg your pardon. He's over at third base.
So the first walk of the game. That 3-2 pitch called high, I believe. So here's Cuevas. Cuevas, a pinch hitter yesterday, went 0 for 1. And a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. So this will be the first effort from Ty Blach out of the stretch. And a base hit to right field. So just poked at that.
Well, I mean, one thing about Ty Blach right now, I mean, it's been all away. And with the runner at first base, there is a hole on that side. I mean, it's not a hanger at all. I mean, this is off the plate at 89. Not a lot of lower body. Head stays right through the swing, though, as he top hands that into right field.
Gonzalez sitting at 218 with 4 home runs. He's got 15 runs batted in. Way outside for a ball. 2 of those 15 RBIs came in this series. In game 1 on Thursday night in the 12th inning, he knocked in the 2 runs that were the difference in the game. On the ground, it'll be Longoria. it's not in time. And why? Because Thomason couldn't get to the base in time. And that's what happens with the shifts.
Wow. I mean, you see Crawford, I mean, he goes to third base. I mean, he's going to the ball. He's thinking if that ball gets past Longoria, I mean, that's going to be Crawford's ball. Well, Thomason can't get over there because he was playing way away from the base. And with Gonzalez's speed, you're not going to get a second chance. Once you double clutch as an infielder on the left side of the infield, you're not going to get Gonzalez.
Here's Valleca. On the ground to third. That's one. That's two. No damage. Signed retired.
Redwood Credit Union offers full-service banking for all that you love. Federally insured by NCUA.
Well, stream the Giants on the go. This season, once again, you can stream every NBC Sports Bay Area Giants broadcast on your desktop or mobile device. Giants game streamed on the go on the NBC Sports app.
Here's Crawford. Crawford takes a strike from Tyler Anderson. Crawford yesterday 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Rolls it foul.
Well, how far would you go for a Togo? Brought to you by Togo's Pretzel Rami. Yesterday, Brandon Crawford hit a 2-run homer on Brooks Pounder. Exit velocity 103 miles per hour. Launch angle 27 degrees, and the estimated distance 374 feet.
Down low to Crawford. Crawford with a swing and a miss.
That's a good hard slider right there from Tyler Anderson.
First strikeout. Here's Jackson.
87-mile-an-hour snapper. He gets a guy who's red hot, who knows the strike zone, to chase out of the strike zone. You've done that, you've made a good pitch.
Here's Jackson hitting at 239 with 12 runs batted in. And he takes the first pitch high. with Kelby Tomlinson on deck. And on the ground past Desmond for a base hit.
Good to see Jackson using that right side of the field. A little slider to try and steal a strike. Stays inside it beautifully. Good hand lead there as he, to me, it looked like he was trying to go to right field, and he succeeded beautifully.
Here's Tomlinson.
Be careful, Anderson's got a pretty good move.
Jackson with 2 steals. And a bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Not much high, but a bit. Arenado even with the bag at third. The way the defense is set up, double play depth up the middle. And this one's going to be a base hit.
Not a hanger either. Kelby Tomlinson went down and got that one.
See if Mike recognizes this guy.
Well, yes, I do, only because it says that your little brother, Glenn Kuiper, who is the voice of A's baseball on television.
From his intimidating stance to a terrific broadcaster. That's right. I'm going to have coffee with him tomorrow. Happy birthday, Glenn.
Look at, he's down on the handle too. That's in your backyard.
Hey, you have to hit with 2 silos in the background, man.
That's good. That's good.
That was in our backyard on the farm. His block lays down a perfect bunt. Arenado will make the play.
If you have runners at first and second, the ball should go down that third base line. It's a little more difficult for a right-hander than a left-hander. Block, the best bunter on the team, makes it look easy. He does it on the first pitch. And even a Gold Glover, a 5-timer like Arenado, has only 1 place to go to get it out. Job well done.
So Gorkis Hernandez, who saw 1 pitch in the bottom of the first and popped it up. Here he looks at a strike.
I think you're going to see a lot of Giants think right field against Anderson the second time through. At least the right-handed hitters.
On the ground towards the hole. Story, his long throw, not in time. Coming in to score is Jackson. We'll wait on the Rockies as they'll take a look at it. It was Chris Siegel who made the call, and now they do want to look at it. He's out.
He's OUT. Brilliant play by Trevor Story.
So that is definitely going to end the inning. This replay review is presented by Xfinity. This is one maybe you don't want to show on the board.
Well, you're right. And you only had to see one angle of it. Hey, keep in mind, Gorkis Hernandez is fast. And when Trevor Story got to the ball, he was deep in the hole. And that's the area that really separates big league shortstops from any other shortstop in the world. The ability to make that play, and Story pulled it off.
So great play by Story. It remains 1-0, and we'll be back.
Sports Bay Area is brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company.
1-0 Giants. Here's block to Anderson and a called strike. Anderson on the season is 1 for 12. Taps this one foul. It's a pretty good swing, and it's 0-2. Nice, quiet Sunday afternoon here at the ballpark. Warriors will start later on this afternoon. Tap foul again. It stays at 1-2. Block has thrown 34 pitches. It'll be right there at Oracle. Belt or Crawford? Who's it going to be? Crawford makes the catch. Stubba is the best selection of 100% MLB verified tickets. You can download the StubHub app today and head to AT&T Park. StubHub is an official partner of the San Francisco Giants. Here's Blackman. Blackman hit a fly ball to left to open up the ball game. And he takes a strike. Shoots this one right at Crawford.
And the shift taketh away. When you're a pitcher out there and you see a ball come out the bat like this, you're just automatically thinking that's a knock. Then you turn around, you got your middle infielder standing there not even having to move his feet to catch it. You're thinking this is going to be a good day.
Here's Desmond, who takes outside for a ball.
I mean, you look around, you see where the defense is before you pitch, but still, line drive back up the middle like that, you're thinking I'm in my stretch. Tie block staying away from Desmond.
Comes down and in, 2-1. Pops it up right field. It'll start to drift out, maybe more than a pop-up. And Gorky Hernandez puts it away in a nice inning for Ty Blott. Buster Posey will lead things off. It's 1-0 Giants.
Is brought to you by the Habit Burger. Try the new Guacamole Crunch Charburger at the Habit Burger Grill. It's not the same without the flame.
1-0 Giants. Here's Buster Posey, who has scored the only run in this game. And the pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Buster Posey tripled and scored in the first.
First triple he's had since 2016.
Well, Buster rolls off about 3 hits in this game. You're going to see Buster hitting second in Houston and McCutchen hitting third.
You're probably right.
There's a strike to even the count. Anthony's 2-2.
Good pitch. Also, for Posey, his 9th career triple. As you see, a little cutter come in there and take out the outside corner. This is Buster Posey's in his 9th year, so he's averaging about a triple a year.
Hit towards the hole, but right there is Story. Mike was talking about Doug Mirabelli and the first triple in this park. Here it is.
Well, that's before. There goes the lumbering catcher.
Wait a minute. Stand up.
Well, that was the first triple ever. What was great about it at the time, Ted Robinson was our partner, our broadcast partner. And he told Doug Mirabelli, if you ever do that again, I'll buy you. You'll never do it again, but if you ever do, I'll buy you a case of wine.
Your choice.
Your choice. So, a couple months later, he hit another one.
Did he go with Jordan?
He went with Silver Oak, Cabernet, and those are the only 2 triples he ever hit in his career. And to Ted Robinson's credit, he
Coughed it up.
He coughed it up.
Foul.
And Mirabelli knew nothing about wine. He just went to the guys in the clubhouse and said, "What's the most expensive one?"
That's right. Very high, 2-2. Belt to follow. Foul back.
Today, the ballpark's playing very similar to the way it played yesterday. There's carry to center field, but there's swirling winds all around. So pop-ups, fly balls, not much fun today. But you will get carry. Carry and balls hit to the center of this ballpark and the gaps.
And the payoff. Right at Longoria for a line drive out, or make that Arenado.
Xfinity X1 customers say, "Show me the San Francisco Giants" into your X1 voice remote and get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1.
Here's Belt. Belt was hit by a pitch in the first inning. And he takes low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Two and 0. Overshift is on as always for Belt. A little bit of a quick pitch and it's 2-1.
Shift in the infield, pretty straight away in the outfield. But they give him the line in right field.
2-2.
Nolan Arenado gets a chance to play shortstop. I think if you're an infielder, you can't get bored out there. You're moving around all over the place.
And Belt fouls it, held on by Iannetta, and that'll end the inning. After 3, it remains 1-0 Giants.
Brought to you by Toyota, designed for the grind that comes through every time. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Here it's a 1-0 lead for the Giants as Ty Block will go after Nolan Arenado, and then Story, and then Iannetta. So the beef here in the fourth. Arenado had a semi-hard line drive to Tomlinson in the first. No balls and 1 strike. In the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. On the ground up the middle, and that'll be a base hit.
Made the pitch he wanted to make with that changeup on the outside corner. So ownage is ownage, even if it is a ground ball that goes through the infield.
Here's Story.
Ty Block very good at pitching for the double play, and he'll try and do it right now.
Story hit a pop up to right field. Center field struck well. Jackson looking up. It is off the very top of the wall. Arenado's going to score. This game is tied, and Story has got a double.
He was not waiting around.
Jackson made you think that this ball was gone.
Well, a change up, and he was looking for it. Going right back up the middle, and you're right, Jackson realized that he wouldn't be able to get back there. So the Giants do catch a break, and then it does stay in the yard. Just a little bit of height on that changeup, and Story made him pay.
Tying run now at second with nobody out. And the pitch on the inside corner for a strike.
And this is the situation where Ty Block needs to show improvement, and that's pitching with runners in scoring position. Coming into this game, hitters hitting off a block and with runners in scoring position, they're hitting 341 against him, and that's the 4th highest figure in the National League.
Outside to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lifted out to shallow right field for Gorkis Hernandez.
Well,
Story has to stay.
There's nothing easy on those fly balls. Shelley Davies used to say when he played center field and right field, a candlestick, you just couldn't declare early. You had to kind of wrestle it down. That's what the winds and the swirling winds of candlestick would do to you. And today, and as like yesterday, this ballpark is playing very much like candlestick used to play.
Here's Cuevas.
Hey, hot dogs here.
And a base hit into center field. Now Jackson's going to get to it quickly. Here's his throw home. It is cut off, and it's a 2-1 lead now for Colorado. First pitch swinging.
That's 3 right-handers going right back up the middle. So you see the adjustments that the Rockies have made the second time through the lineup. See teams leaking out, and they're hitting that outside pitch back up the middle. Then that means to you, if you're Ty Block, start pitching in.
Gonzalez with an infield hit as he shows bunt and a called strike. And a soft toss to first. So 3 hits in the inning.
This is the situation that Ty Block is one of the best in the big leagues. With runners at first base, he gets the ground ball rate 59% of the time. There's only one guy that does it better than him, and that's Lance McCullers of the Houston Astros. So Ty Block knows how to pitch for the double play.
One ball and 1 strike. 2-1. That's what you're talking about, Mike.
It looks like Marcus Stroman has moved past him now, but still blocking the top 3. One of 2 left-handers, he and Dallas Keuchel.
Two and 2. With his lead at first is Cuevas. And a little pop-up out to Crawford. Friday, June 1st is Autism Awareness Night, and your special event ticket package is going to include a Will Clark bobblehead and a ticket to see the Giants take on the Phillies. sfgiants.com/special events. Here's Valleca.
Will Clark on a plane back to Baton Rouge today, where he lives.
There's a call strike. And kind of a waste pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Rockies have not just tied the game here in the 4th, they've taken the lead. One and 2. Hit to left. Belt back. Belt, it's over his head. He gets to Karam. Crawford's got it. Here's his throw home, and it is in time. They got him. Right on top of the call is Chris Conroy. Perfect throw by Crawford.
I didn't think he had a chance.
No chance at all.
He winds up and throws a bullet, and look at the tag from Nick Hundley, and I think he got him on the right arm as he was reaching in. Yep.
He's
See you
out
later.
and there's a new show, Forever Giants, and it's starring Dave Dravecky. Renell Brooks-Moon is interviewing you in it. It airs tonight. It airs tomorrow, 6:30, NBC Sports Bay Area, or people can check it out at youtube.com/Giants. What's the show about?
Well, first of all, it's in one of the most beautiful settings at Silver Oak Winery, so that was really cool to be there. But I just get the opportunity to talk about the things that have occurred in my life. You know, when I look at being a Giant, I've come to understand and appreciate the fact that I've only been there I only pitched in 26 games, but this story that revolved around those 26 games has been amazing. And so I just felt very grateful to be able to tell that story and to talk a little bit about not only that, but also what it means to be a Giant. And it was just a wonderful time with Renell.
Your story is one of such perseverance. When people watch this show, 30-minute show, which is amazing to me because I could listen to Dave talk for hours. What do you want people to take away?
Well, you know, I think the most important thing for me was understanding the value of people in my life. You know, Renell and I talked a lot about that, from the supportive family, you know, the struggles that we went through, the clinical depression, the battle with the physical stuff, along with just really struggling with who I was as a man. When you're all alone in that story, it is very difficult to survive. And I can tell you, it was so good to have people that were able to encourage me every step of the way, to encourage Jan and I every step of the way, to help me see some of the things that I needed to see that I was doing that were destructive to my family. But it was a result of not knowing how to handle pain and suffering. And we didn't do it well. But you know, Amy, I am so grateful for all those people in our lives that came alongside us to encourage us. That's the one thing. We need each other. And I think my story is indicative of how much we needed people, and they were there to help us through the journey.
Well, the Giants do such a great job of including people in this organization, one of the best with their alumni. What does it mean to you that they want you to continue telling this story? They want you to represent them.
Yeah, I have to tell you, it's overwhelming. It's humbling. It's a privilege. It's an honor. This is, in my opinion, the greatest organization in all of baseball. And they treat the alum so well. Look, we're not alum. We're family. And at the end of the day, I actually feel like I'm a part of this amazing family. And there are a lot of us here. And I'm sure many of us, if not all of us, feel the same way. And it's just been a wonderful thing to be a part of, to have their support, to have their encouragement in telling my story. But to be able to represent this organization out in this community, gosh, I mean, what could anyone ask for? There's nothing more I could ask for than to be a part of this amazing family called the San Francisco Giants.
Well, do you see why I like listening to him? All right, you got to check it out tomorrow night, 6:30, NBC Sports Bay Area, or youtube.com/Giants. Gentlemen, I know he's one of your favorites too.
Yes, he is. He is the man, Dave Dravecky. Jackson, 1 ball and 1 strike. He swings and misses, 1 and 2.
Well, Dave Dravecky is an inspirational guy. I mean, that's kind of an understatement, man. But he is. He was that way as a teammate. He was a lot of fun. Nobody competed more or harder than he did. I mean, it was all about competition. Everything he did was competition. And he took on a challenge in his life, and he and his wife Jan, they overcame it. And by his own admission, it wasn't easy. But in him doing so, it inspired all of us because we watched them closely. How are they going to handle this? And if you're around that guy, or Jan, his wife, if you're around them, you get what he and she are all about. There is nothing phony about those people. They are just as sincere can be, and wonderful people. And I'm proud to be their friend.
2 and 2. Cued off the end of the bat, foul. He hit me once.
Dravecky?
Yeah, so
on purpose.
So I don't have to like him. We weren't teammates. He hit me once. That's all you need to know.
Why would he hit you?
I have no idea.
Had to have been a mistake.
No. Yeah, you with the gray hair. You hit me once.
You probably deserved it. Had your uniform on a little too tight that day. Ticked them off. Sometimes that's all it takes.
And that'll end the inning. 2-1 Rockies.
Of the San Francisco Giants may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
It's a 2-1 lead for the Rockies. Here's Anderson as he faces Ty Block. There's a strike. Anderson with a sacrifice bunt in the second inning. And he ropes one down the right field line for a base hit. Actually, that's not true. Anderson popped out in the third. Next homestand on Sunday the 3rd, the first 35,000 fans are going to receive a 60th anniversary Willie McCovey bobblehead, and it's presented by Chevron. It's the Giants and the Phillies, sfgiants.com. Yeah, you don't get the pitcher out when he leads off an inning, it becomes stressful.
Automatically. And Tyler Anderson hit that like he knew what he was doing. That was a good swing of the bat.
Nice play by Hundley. 1 ball and no strikes. Blackman is flied out. He's lined out. And he takes a strike.
Knee-high location. That's where the ground balls are. Blackman's not an easy guy to double up. It's hit into 3 on the year. Usually when he hits into him, he usually hits a bullet right at the middle infielder. But if he hits a medium speed ground ball, he's just got too much speed, he'll beat the back end of it out. Double play ground out leaders. Well, Ty Block's in second, tied with Brandon McCarthy with 9.
Just not getting Blackman to chase that pitch.
Well, this becomes a big pitch now. 3-1 count, runner at first, top of the lineup. Now it is an official stress inning. And normally when you have a pitcher lead off, you're thinking, well, he doesn't have a whole lot of speed, but Tyler Anderson, he can run a little bit. Not like your normal pitcher that gets a base hit. So very quickly, Corey Guerin has hopped out of the Giants dugout and heading down to the bullpen. And Kurt Young's going to go out there and use a mound visit up and kill a little time. This is all about the pep talk right here, because everybody knows that Kurt Young's out there to kill time.
Yeah, give Guerin some extra throws.
And with Ian Desmond up there, it's not like they're talking about bunt plays. I mean, he's going to swang it. Daylight today, Corey Guerin can establish a fastball 10 or less pitches. And that's what you try to do when you get up and you get heated up. Establish the fastball first.
So Desmond waits. He's bounced out and he's flied out. And he chases, and it's no balls and one strike.
Pitch changeup. I mean, soft stuff away has always set up hard stuff in, but with Ian Desmond, who's been pulling off the ball, that's, if you're going to go in, do not miss it in the strike zone. So he does go in, gets the foul strike.
And it's a quick 0-2. Arenado's on deck. Foul back, high fastball.
Oh, we got a man making a play, Kevin Mitchell style. Oh yeah, stuck it, one-hander. Did not spill a nacho. Let's take a look at it. Boom! I got this. Instant hit.
A fan favorite. This will be a long run for Gorkis Hernandez. Neither Hernandez or Buster Posey can get there.
Yep. A lot of pine tar in that ball. Stuck right in there. He pured it. Yep, just like that. And that. He's going to relive that all week.
Good for him.
She was diving under the cover of that blanket. He saved her life.
1-2.
All right, one more look. Pured it. I mean, he put it right in the throwing position too. Sweet spot on the hand. Atta babe.
Got him.
Change up. Same pitch he got the first strike, he gets the third strike. And that's the beautiful thing about a changeup, is you don't have to put it in a great spot if it's a good one.
So here's Arenado, who's 1 for 2. Remember, he's got Onage on block. He came up with a base hit in the 4th inning on a ground ball up the middle. It's the outside corner.
Since 2014, who's got more RBIs than anybody? This guy. 478.
In tight to straighten them up.
Soft stuff away, hard stuff in. Guerin's ready to go.
Same spot, 2 balls and a strike. The next pitch for Block will be number 76. The pitcher, Anderson, led this inning off with a base hit and then a walk. Strike out to Desmond, and it's 2-1 to Arenado. On the ground and a base hit. They will hold the runner at third. And Story's coming up.
Well, he got the ground ball, but it just finds a hole.
And that's going to be it for Ty Block. So it'll be Guerin facing Story. We think. Yes, indeed. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts. We'll be back.
Get up to 50% off appliances and up to 60% off mattresses.
It's a 2-1 lead for the Rockies as Corey Guerin is about to face Trevor Story.
22nd time that he has come into a ball game, and he is the guy that can come in and get you that ground ball to get you out of an inning, and that is the plan. He'll give you a low 90s fastball with lots of sink, very effective down around the knees. Big sweeping breaking ball and an occasional changeup.
And be careful on that first pitch. It's 0-1. And the 0-1 to Story is down low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, she's got a bow in her hair. She's got lots of colors on. That's a happy girl right there.
1-1 to Story. One and two.
Big sweeping frisbee. Story is a guy he'll have high strikeout totals every year. But he'll also put up big numbers with power. You get him to swing at something like that, it takes away the threat of power.
And the 1-2 is out of play. Reached out and spoiled that pitch. So Story out of the box briefly.
One of the leaders in RBIs.
And he got a piece. So he stays alive.
Good pass ball. Ahead in the count, 1-2. You want to put that thing where it starts at the base of the strike zone, then falls down below it. And that was a perfect pitch. Nick Conley, how about that frisbee breaking ball again? All right, let's do that one.
We'll still throw that one and see if we can get Story to fish. It's 1-2. Anderson at third, Blackman at second, Arenado at first. And the 1-2. 2-2.
So
he did not fish.
There was the frisbee, and a good one. I mean, that wasn't a foot off the plate like the one he swung through on the second strike. I'd throw another one. I think Story wants to do. He don't want to walk. He wants to swing. That's a great pitch. That was his 2-2 advantage to go out of the strike zone. And from Story's perspective, that's a pretty good take.
Yes, I agree.
Just a bit outside.
Well, now you got to come in. It's 3-2. Crawford is going to come home, and the ball squirts past Hundley, and a run scores. It would have been a fabulous play.
Well, and the play was in front of Crawford. He knew he had a pitcher going down the line, and it's just a tough assignment for a catcher. He doesn't have much of a pocket with that catcher's glove. The first baseman glove, he much better chance to make that play.
So it's 3-1. Here's Iannetta. Shallow right field. It'll be Tomlinson. He will make the catch. And he makes a perfect throw in. That's a fielder's choice, by the way. No error. RBI. And that'll bring up Cuevas. Cuevas is 2 for 2. low. 1 ball and no strikes. Rockies 3, Giants 1 here in the 5th inning. A lot of game left. Two and 0.
Now he's got to get in that strike zone.
So here's Guerin as he has to come in. And a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rockies with 8 hits in the game. The Giants with 3. This inning started out, which now has become a very long half inning, with a base hit by the pitcher. Three and 1.
Has to throw a strike. Cuevas in the driver's seat right here.
So that pitch wasn't close. The walk to Cuevas.
Well, Kurt Young can sense frustration, and you understand it. I mean, that 3-2 pitch was an easy take, or the 3-1 pitch rather. So you go out there, you give a little refocus to your guy. Now, if you're Carlos Gonzalez, who's stepping in the batter's box, this is a time you start thinking, I'm going to jump on that first pitch. Guy just got through walking a guy to walk in a run. You know he's going to want to get an 0-1 quick.
So Gonzalez steps up. He had an infield hit in the 2nd. He popped out in the 4th. Pretty important spot here in the game. 1 ball and no strikes. Your base runners: Arenado, Story, and Cuevas. One ball and 1 strike. Only 2 hits in the inning. There's been 2 walks in the inning and a runner reached on a fielder's choice. 1 and 2.
Same pitch, but right to the back foot slider again. He's got two swing throughs on it. I mean, no reason not to throw another one. Just go a little bit lower. He's swinging over the top of him. He's not seeing it. Backed off the plate. He's thinking they're going to go in there again. Back about 4 inches. Guy backs out the plate like that. Just keep going farther in. He'll keep swinging at it.
Two and two.
This time they went in with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. So now he's in a similar situation. He wants to stay out of the 3-2 pitch. So this is a pitch that he'll bite off a little more strike zone with. He does not want to get into a 3-2 count. Not after walking Cuevas on a 3-1 count, and he walked him badly. Easy take.
Three and two.
And here's that 3-ball count again.
Three and two. Runners will be on the move. 2 runs already in here in the 5th. Got him, and that'll end the inning. Four-one Rockies.
Ready to serve all military families.
Here at AT&T Park on this Sunday afternoon, the Rockies with 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, they lead 4-1. And here's Kelby Tomlinson. Bruce Bochy will send up a pinch hitter. It'll be Miguel Gomez who's on deck.
Pescadero Elementary loves the Giants. How about that? We knew that though, didn't we?
Yep. 2-0. Remember, Anderson spent a lot of time on the bases. Well, what does that mean? Well, we don't know just yet. May not mean anything. It means that he's fallen behind 3-0.
I see that as some significance as Will Smith starts to stretch it out.
Three and one. Three and two.
Right at the base of the strike zone. So Thomason could have been taken on that 3-1, being very selective at the very least.
Foul back.
Anderson, nothing too tricky about that fastball with a 3-run lead. He's just putting the pressure on Tomlinson, which is what he has to do, make him swing the bat.
3-2. Giants need a base runner. Center field, right at Blackman. 1 out. Here's Gomez. So Gomez hitting for Guerin. So here's Gomez. Takes a big sweeping breaking ball in for a strike.
If you're keeping score at home, the Trevor Story fielder's choice has been changed to a base hit in the top of the 5th inning.
So here's the 1-1 to Gomez. 1-2. Gorkis Hernandez to follow. And he flips one into left field for a base hit. That's the Pablo hit if I've ever seen one.
That's the extendo bat, indeed. You saw what Anderson's thinking. He just got the second strike on an outside location off the plate. He goes right back out there again, and Gomez just extended through on the changeup. Not a lot of lower body, but good hands.
Gorkis Hernandez is 0 for 2. Tried to push it, pull the bat back, and it's a called strike. .65 pitches for Tyler Anderson.
He's had a lot of quick innings, pitch count wise.
Low. 2-1.
Giants have a day off tomorrow. They'll head to Houston after the game today. Have a day off in Houston. Rockies do not have a day off tomorrow. They go right down to LA and they strap it on against the Dodgers tomorrow night. Did he go? Yes.
Yes, he did.
All right, did he go? No, yes, you did, Gorkis.
Three and two.
At that time.
There's Buster Posey.
Oh, he'd love to have a crack at hitting with a couple guys on base.
Center field. Blackman back. Blackman back. Blackman back. It is out of here. about that?
Well, how about that? Home run number 4 for Gorkis Hernandez. Remember, he didn't have any last year. And this is not the first time he's taken on center field. Most of his home runs go to center field. But this was impressive. Not often you get a whole lot of help in this ballpark here. He gets an 86-mile-an-hour cutter and just backspins it right over the glove of Charlie Blackmon. And the wind just pushed it out of here.
Buster Posey takes low.
So Posey, instead of having to hit with 2 men on, bags empty with a 1-run game.
(4-3) Rockies.
Stay hot, Gorkis Hernandez.
My new favorite player.
I bet.
3-0. Longoria on deck. On the ground into the hole. And Story has it, and his throw is in time. Two down. Here's Longoria. Longoria's hit the ball hard twice. A line drive to the outfield. Nice play by Cuevas and left. Ended up being a sacrifice fly. And then he lined out to Arenado in the 3rd inning. Two and 0.
Anderson nibbling against the guys with power. That's what happens when you give up a home run to center field. All of a sudden you start to get in the nibble mode.
Popped up. That's a mile in the air. It's going to have some personality. And Cuevas stays with it, and he makes the catch. Gorkis Hernandez makes it a 1-run game. He hits his 4th of the year. Straightaway center field. It's bye-bye baby. And it's 4-3 Colorado.
On the farm and rehab stints with Sacramento River Cats. Mac Williamson, first 2 games, 3 for 8 with a couple of big flies, 6 RBIs. Hunter Pence riding an 8-game hitting streak, hitting .394 with 5 RBIs. And that's our Subaru Presents Down on the Farm.
Here's Will Smith facing Pat Valleca. And it's down low. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Yeah, how good has this guy been? He's been perfect. 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, 5 base runners, only 3 hits against him.
And a strike.
Fastball, he'll 2 and 4 seam, more 4-seamers, and throw a curveball and a slider. All of his pitches he can strike you out with.
Cued. Foul.
Oh, and did I forget the changeup?
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one.
He threw that just so you would remember that he had it.
I think so.
Hooked foul. It stays at 1-2.
Will Smith coming in, trying to get a shutdown inning, get that offense back in the dugout. This game's momentum changed with one swing of the bat from Gorkis Hernandez, a 2-run homer that made it a 1-run ball game.
And the 1-2. Here it is to Valleca. Just got a piece. One ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Will Smith thought he had him struck out on a swing and location.
I did too.
Just almost. There's the look like, what? Thought I struck him out.
Anderson's on deck. Got him.
That's the strikeout we're looking for, and that's the beauty of Will Smith. Good curveball on a 3-2.
All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, gentlemen. Well, Madison Bumgarner set to throw against live hitters on Tuesday in Houston. If he comes out of that well, he'll go to Sacramento and begin his rehab. I asked him, I said, how is it going to be different going to the minors as Madison Bumgarner, 3-time World Series champ, versus Madison coming up through the ranks? And he said he definitely draws a lot more attention when he goes and begins a rehab. He also said he has to really focus on what he's there to do, which is to build arm strength and extend his pitch count. He said he also has a mentor role, and he knows that. And after the games, that's when he's all ears for those hungry minor leaguers who are looking for any tips on how to make it in this difficult game. Gentlemen?
Well, he's been through it before. Not a lot, but been through it last year.
Plus, he pays for all the spreads.
Those guys usually do that. Swing and a miss, and that's 2 down.
But, I mean, Madison Bumgarner just got through doing it last year.
Yeah. You don't want to do it too many times.
No. There's a Bum fan. Aren't we all?
Blackman drew a walk in the 5th. He asked me the other day, he said, when we go to Milwaukee, and you know why? Kringles.
Yeah, he likes Kringles. He'll kill a whole Kringle by himself.
Well, said I got good news. We'll be in Chicago, which is just a short little trip for us.
So are you going to be bringing Kringles back?
I'm going to bring. He said, don't bring many. I said, I'm trying to stay in good shape. He said, 9 would be fine. No, he said 2. So 0-2 to Blackman. And that pitch is high. So Will Smith, a nice, easy 93.
If you don't know what a Kringle is, they started in Racine, Wisconsin. At least that's the history that I know of. Where my partner's from. They're a Danish pastry, stuffed, dense, wonderful.
That'll do it. Small slices, no calories. 4-3 with Belt to lead things off.
We go back to the 4th inning, and it is a ball off the bat of Pat Vallejo over the head of Belt, who hits Crawford, who hits Hundley, who puts the tag on Noel Cuevas, and that would end the inning. And that play seems to be a very big one right now.
Belt's going to lead off the inning with a base hit. So Belt is now 1 for 2. And that'll bring Hundley to the plate.
I think Kuiper's the best.
Well, no, I think Kruko's the best. But we thank you. And you look like they spent a little time on that.
Yeah, they did. They had fun. They got on TV.
Here's Hundley. We will put out a disclaimer: if you write either one of us are the worst, you will not get on TV. So that is a very good move.
That's true.
Hundley letting it go on the first pitch with Crawford on deck.
That was right through his strength. He's been hitting high pitches.
0-2.
Hundley, a former Rocky. Said he liked his time in Colorado, liked that clubhouse, he liked the team he played with. Haven't been many that have complained about playing in Colorado. It's a good place. All right, maybe a couple pitchers.
And Hundley hooks this one foul. He's done that a couple of times in this series. Or if he could have just waited a little longer.
Let's take a look. Again, he goes with a fastball and trying to get it into the belt. He leaves a little bit out of the plate, and Hundley jumps on it. Boy, you see that right elbow drop right in on the hip. That's where it's supposed to be.
Foul back.
Sam Dyson will pitch the 7th.
.81 pitches for Tyler Anderson. Oh, 1-2. 1-2.
Good idea with an 0-2 pitch. It's been hard stuff up until this point, the whole at bat. Little back foot curveball. Out of the zone down. Good pitch.
One ball, 2 strikes. And he stays alive as he got a piece off maybe the shin guard of Iannetta.
Hey, think it's a first game?
I think it could be.
Yeah. Not a problem. Cheetos.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to join her. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Foul again. Look out, Ron Wotus. Those coaches are in the line of fire. Iannetta telling Anderson he's on you, so let's bounce a couple. Got him.
Yeah, he goes the other way. He goes up above the strike zone. 4 strikeout for Anderson, and they're all swing and miss strike, 3 strikeouts. They just stayed high. They stayed hard. And there's the payoff pitch. Boom.
Here's Crawford. Crawford is struck out and he's rolled out to second. Down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Crawford's pretty good at trying to hit that hole between first and second when that first baseman is holding on the runner.
Ryan Shaw heating up in the Rockies pen.
Belt, not a far lead at all. So
it's got about an 8-foot lead. But you know what? If you've got a good move, especially a lefty, it doesn't matter. You can get a guy.
So it's 2-0.
Chance this is going to be the last hitter that Anderson faces.
Two balls and one strike.
He's trying to give the Giants a lead right there. There you see the pitch count.
Three and one on the block by Ionetta. Crawford's swing on the 2-0 pitch. You may see the same swing here, 3-1. Dealt with his lead. He opened up the inning with a base hit. And the walk.
And here comes Bud Black.
Bud Black, totally opposite of Walt Weiss when he comes out of the dugout. He jogs. When it's time for a change, things speedy. Oil change and auto service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Sponsored by NBC Sports Bay Area. All-Star Teacher Program recognizes that teachers do indeed make a difference. The winner receives $20,000 for his or her school. All they need is your vote. To vote, go to NBCSportsBayArea.com and help them out.
Today was Backpack Day.
Yeah,
I love that promo, and I love the backpacks.
It's a good one.
You know what it does?
What?
It expands.
The Expando backpack. Right now it's Brian Shaw taking the ball for the 26th time. Forget that 4.43 ERA. He is on fire right now. A lot of high velocity cut. Mid to high 90s. He's also got a slider. And he'll throw a straight fastball every once in a while just to stay in shape. Jackson has had good success against him.
Down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 and 2. Look at.
Yeah, that's a good back.
Telling you.
Seas Candy gave those out today. And they're a hit. Hey, the Gamer Babes are here.
Look at. Put your kid in one of those.
That was expanded too.
1 and 2. Pop up into shallow right field. And Blackman puts it away. So here's Tomlinson. Tomlinson a base hit in the 2nd, and then a fly ball to center field in the 5th. So Tomlinson a chance to tie this game. Pablo Sandoval is on deck. Out of play. Your base runners, otherwise known as the Brandons.
Get a guy who's throwing a high velocity cut like Shaw throws. I mean, the best technique to try and hit it is to try and stay inside it if you're a right-handed hitter and go to right field. But that is so much easier said than done. I think it's one of the toughest pitches to hit.
Well, it is, but also Tomlinson's natural swing is a lot like what you're talking about.
He's got a good right field approach, and he's a contact guy.
If he hits a hard shot for a base hit to Gonzalez in right field, it's going to be hard for Belt to score.
Gonzalez, a very good arm in right field.
And a 1 hopper. It's 2-1.
Take a look at how Tomlinson gets his hits. He uses the whole field. 5 hits to right field. That's what we're talking about.
2 balls and a strike. Hit into the gap. Nobody's there. Belt scores. Crawford's on the move. He's going to score. Tomlinson with a triple. How about that?
Well, as nasty as a cutter is a hanger, and even at 95, Kelby Tomlinson not impressed. Finds the gap in left center, and with a 2-out jump, an easy score for Belt and Crawford, and the Giants since the first innings, they retake the lead.
And here's Sandoval. Sandoval takes wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Right between Cuevas and Blackman. Oof, I felt that one up here.
Pablo a little greedy with that hack. Trying to go pond.
That's the old Reggie Jackson swing right there.
Yeah, it is. Back leg collapse.
ground. It'll be Desmond, and that'll end the inning. Giants take the lead. Kelby Tomlinson, the big hit. Block and Anderson were your starters. Both are out of the game. Anderson now has a chance to take a loss. Block gets a no decision. Gorkis Hernandez hit a 2-run home run to get the Giants close. And then, of course, the big hit by Tomlinson to give him the lead. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
New pitcher now for the Giants will be Sam Dyson, who's been red hot. Brings a 2.66 ERA into this game.
Facing Desmond. This is the meaty part of this lineup. Desmond, and then Arenado, and then Story. Desmond is bounced out, flied out, and then Block struck him out in the 5th. So Dyson, the 4th Giants pitcher. And the 1-1. Chop foul, 1-2.
Dyson going to face 3 right-handers. And as you pointed, the beef. Indeed, they are beefy. Desmond, Arenado, and Story. Hey, she's got a good fold in her hat.
Yeah, she does.
Yep.
That is a good seat, too. It's 1-2. 2-2. Here's Arenado. Two balls, 2 strikes. Dyson, the high set, right at the letters. Ian Desmond stays alive. It's 2-2. Nine hits for the Rockies, the Giants with 7. Not close. 3-2.
Yeah, an easy take. And Sam Dyson's shaking his head, getting back up to that mound. You just don't want to ever make it easier on the hitter. Not when you get a 2-strike count.
And the leadoff walk. After Dyson had jumped out in front of him.
There's the Phillips family.
So Rusty taking the day off. Mom and daughter out to the park. Good for him. There was that guy there, wasn't it?
Just a little bit.
Here's Arenado. Arenado, 2 singles. See, look, it's Arenado. He hasn't really hit the ball that hard, but he's got 2 ground ball base hits in this game. Desmond with pretty good speed. He's got 4 steals. And right now Dyson's not close.
Well, the last 3 pitches, he's got a little sling in his delivery. He's coming across his body, and he's lost the command of the strike zone. And immediately the red flag goes up for Kurt Young, the Giants pitching coach. And what you're doing if you're Kurt Young is you're looking for mechanics. What is causing that? Is he understriding? Is he overstriding? Does he have his hand up in a high position? Is his elbow above his shoulder?
Runner goes. Called strike into center field. And the tying runs at third.
Well, Nick Hundley knew he had to hurry because Desmond had a huge jump. And hurrying, he just throws high, and Tomlinson never had a chance. So, a big mistake. What he does with runners in scoring position.
1-2.
And as we showed a little bit earlier, the best RBI guy since this 2014 season in baseball.
One and two. Dyson. Throws.
Ooh,
2-2.
Dyson wanted that one. A lot of times when you have a 3 or 4 pitch spell where you miss badly, all of a sudden you don't get corners. That's one where he may have got it early in his outing as opposed to now because of that little 3 pitch journey he took from the strike zone. But you also wonder if you're Sam Dyson, is how can a guy take a pitch that close?
And he taps it foul. So Dyson, a leadoff walk to Desmond. Now Desmond's at third, and it's 2-2 to Nolan Arenado.
Ooh, again, wrap it around the corner with 93. And another good pitch and another close pitch. Just a bit outside.
Here's the payoff. And a base hit. So the hit by Arenado ties the game. Really pretty simple. You get into a spot where you got to throw a strike. So a walk scores. And here's Story.
Boy, Arenado, I mean, he just absolutely rises up a notch when he gets into a situation where the runner in scoring position.
Story is 2 for 3. And strike.
Pound the knees, trying to get that ground ball to get a double play.
Story 0 for 3 in his career against Sam Dyson. Runner goes. Hundley, no chance.
And another just enormous jump, and that's a significant play when you're a sinker baller and you're trying to keep that runner at first to give yourself a chance to get the double play. But watch the jump. I mean, Nick Hundley's got none chance. The last thing you do as a reliever, or should do, before you go home is check and make sure that runner is stopped, and that's one thing Dyson did not do there.
One and two on the pitch high. Got him.
And that's a big strikeout with a runner at second base and nobody out. And Story just can't hold up.
And it could have been a strike anyway. Here's Iannetta, who's 0 for 2 with a walk.
So a non-productive out for Story and a frustrating at bat, but a nice job from Dyson.
Oh and 1. Iannetta, according to our notes, has never had an at bat against Sam Dyson. Double look to second. And he runs that one inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Noel Cuevas is on deck. We're in the 7th inning. Good pitch, 1 and 2.
Well, he definitely relocated the release point that left him for about 3 pitches.
And into center field, starting to carry. And Jackson is going to get there and make the catch. Arenado will tag and go to third. 2 outs. See, the wind is helping balls a little bit.
It really is. Tony Watson very quickly head down the Giants bullpen. Outfield position here the last 2 days has been lethal. Not a fun place to play because of the winds and the swirling winds.
Cuevas has 2 hits. He's been on base 3 times. And he takes this one in tight. 1 ball and no strikes. A 5-5 ball game here in the 7th. Good pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just a beautiful backdoor sinker. He's been pretty consistent around 93, 94 miles per hour. I mean, that's when you give up on. You're thinking out of the hand is going to be a ball, and then all of a sudden here comes the movement. Scraping the outside corner.
One and two. Got him, and that'll end the inning. Nice comeback for Dyson. Rockies tie it up. Top of the order coming up.
Hidden fees. That's transparency. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. By Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV. And by Kelly Moore Paints. Go where the pros go. Kelly Moore, the painter's paint store.
Well, here at AT&T Park, it's a 5-5 ball game. Before the ball game, it was Giants have 3 or 4 of these a year, Little League Day, and they come out, and Erwin Higueras from our PR department and from our Spanish radio was the host, and you see Gorky Hernandez was part of the program, You saw Will Smith was part of the program, and kids get to ask some questions. And there's Irwin along with Tito Fuentes, I beg your pardon.
Few hit days. That's what Jack Hyde used to call Tito, teasingly. Irwin did a great job, as he always does. Alonzo Powell also joined the group.
Irwin, by the way, was a pinch hitter for Dave Fleming, who was supposed to host the event. But for anybody driving into the city today, and any people living in the city, found out that moving around was impossible. And Dave couldn't make it. He got caught.
Beta breaker today. And Dave, who lives on the west side of town, and it took him an hour and a half to get to work.
Yep.
I shouldn't say work. Get to the yard.
So Shaw to face Gorky Hernandez here in the bottom of the 7th. And a base hit. Right off the bat, Gorky Hernandez is aboard here in the 7th. There's Dave with Darren Chan behind him. So here's Buster Posey. Gorky Hernandez not waiting around.
Well, when you have guys like Brian Shaw who have great stuff, you want to stay out of that 2-strike count. So he's looking at the first pitch thinking that's going to be his best chance. So now Giants have a base stealer. Good speed on the base pass.
Buster Posey's 1 for 3. And Buster not wasting any time, and that's high and foul and out of play.
If you're going to steal a base off Brian Shaw, you're going to have to earn it. I mean, he's pretty quick out the stretch. And Chris Iannetta, the catcher for the Rockies, he has an exceptional arm.
Gorky's with his lead. And it's low to Buster Posey. Evan Longoria is on deck, and then Brandon Belt. The hit by Gorky Hernandez gives the Giants 8 on the afternoon. Outside corner, 1 and 2.
Adam Ottavino, the right-hander, and Jake McGee, the lefty. Two of the best that Buddy Black's got. Giants have Tony Watson in their bullpen.
Popped them up into right field. And Blackman will put it away. And here's Longoria. Longoria 0 for 2. Got a sacrifice fly in the first. Healthy lead by Gorky Hernandez. And you could almost tell that Longoria would love to hit that hole. It's a big hole between first and second.
I think that's what he was trying to do there. I mean, that was 96-mile-an-hour cut. It did look to me like he was trying to pull that ball with that open right side.
So new lumber. Low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner goes. Foul back.
Oh boy,
He had a good jump.
He had it stolen. Take a look at the jump. That was a good one.
Two and two. Belt watching from the on deck circle. Hernandez with good speed at first. He goes again. Swinging a pop up over by the dugout and out of play. So we'll reset and do it again. Marquise extends his lead. And he gets back. Two balls, two strikes. And really Shaw just trying to freeze everybody.
Iannetta was setting way inside. Now whether or not he knew that Shaw was going to step off and he was just setting on the inside corner to deke or try and deke Longoria, we'll find out.
Here's the 2-2.
Just a wee bit high.
3-2.
And I emphasize the wee bit. Right at the top of the strike zone.
Well, we saw Hernandez go a few times in this at bat, so it's likely now 3-2 that he is going to go. He goes. And he walked it.
Nice at bat.
So Bud Black comes out. He's going to call for the left-hander. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts. We'll be back. In the bottom of the seventh, And it'll be Jake McGee, the lefty, to face Brandon Belt.
Plenty of time that we've seen Jake McGee come into a ball game this year for the Rockies. Done a nice job. 13 base hits allowed in 16 2/3. You're going to see a lot of fastballs. I mean, he likes the fastball against righties and lefties. He's also got a curveball and a slider. But pretty much you get in there, you're going to think about hitting number one, the fastball.
Belt is 5 for 9 in his career against McGee. So here we go with the first pitch to Belt. And he takes low and away, 1-0.
Yeah, that's the problem. When you throw something away from the fastball, curveball, I mean, you want to bite off a little more strike zone. Because now you've fallen behind 1-0, and what do you think Belt's going to look for? He's going to look for a fastball, which is what he was looking for in the first pitch.
Belt, high drive, right field, it is out of here. Onage is Onage, and the Giants take the lead.
Have a year, Brandon Belt. Have a year.
You got that right.
He got the fastball he was looking for, and he did not miss it. And watch him drop the bat. He knew it when it left the bat head. Hit it and try. And from our splash cam, a laser into the bleachers.
Here's Hundley. 8-5. And Hundley takes one to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes.
Saw the graphic. 11th home run of the year, first against the left-hander.
And those runs go on Shaw's ERA, with the exception of Belt. Shaw threw the ball pretty good. Hundley fouls it out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. I think you made a good point. You almost called it, Mike. You miss with the breaking ball. What's he going to look for?
Man, he made a mistake getting that thing out over the plate, too. And right now, Belt is not missing him.
Three and 1. There's a strike for Hundley. Go back and get the bat. Belt, by the way, he's going home tonight. Or close.
Well, he's from Nacogdoches, and that's close to Houston. Let's take a look at the 3-1 pitch. Nick Hundley didn't think so.
I love when Hundley does that. I mean, you almost have to apologize after you do it.
Well,
I still love when he does it.
You do. Chris Conroy does not love that. So if you're Hundley, you clean your mind to that 3-1 pitch, get ready to do battle.
And you stay alive. Three-two pitch. Hundley rolls it foul. Just foul. It's so much fun to watch 3-run home runs that give you the lead.
Well, you're right, especially when you're ahead the count 1-0. 107 miles per hour. I mean, he blistered that thing. It almost looked like he had topspin on it. And when you have a high wall in right field like that, you don't see too many topspin liners go out.
You don't. Oh, he's in the swing mode. High drive to left. Back is Cuevas. It is out of here. Hunley with his 5th of the year.
Now he's glad he didn't take the walk. Back to back. And this comes on a 3-2 count. Down and in, and just yanks it over the wall. And Jake McGee immediately started having a conversation with his glove as that ball left the bat. He knew.
Here's Crawford. Crawford down the left field line. That's a base hit. So 3 hits in a row off of McGee.
And they're all bullets. Pumped.
Steve Foster comes out, the pitching coach.
I can't remember Jake McGee getting hit this hard. But right now, he's not fooling the Giants.
Well, he pitched 2 innings on Thursday. He allowed 1 hit. He threw 23 pitches, no runs, and he had a strikeout. The bullpen that night was terrific. The extra inning game for the Rockies. So here's Jackson. The only out in this inning was a Buster Posey pop-up into shallow center field. One of the big at-bats in this inning was the Longoria at-bat to take a walk. And they got Crawford picked off, and he is going to be out at second base. And the reason I say that is Longoria's numbers against Shaw, 0 for 8. So what does he do? He gets a walk. You take that.
It's good at bat.
So Jackson, who's 1 for 3, takes a call strike.
You know, the one thing about when a hitter or when a pitcher is getting hit hard, everybody in the dugout that has a bat in their hand is thinking that they can hit the ball hard too.
Towards the hole. Story cannot get it out of his glove. It'll be a hit. And here's Tomlinson.
And in essence, you're the pitcher. You've created that mentality of the hitters that are waiting to take their bats against you. They're all thinking good thoughts.
Here's the Nick Hundley home run.
98 mile an hour. 3 rows up into the bleachers.
Yeah, he's hit 3 balls harder foul in this game.
Yes, he has.
And I think he's pretty pleased. Get a double switch. It's like Dahl is coming in. Going to be one lefty for another. So we'll let you know who it is when we come back. It's 9-5 Giants. Scored 4 times here in the 7th. And there's Harrison Musgrave. He'll be facing Kelby Tomlinson with Andrew McCutcheon on deck.
Rookie left-hander, 5th time that he's taken the ball. He's been a starter basically his whole career in the minor leagues. This is his 5th year of professional baseball, and he has found a home in the Rockies bullpen. He's a 4-pitch guy. See a low 90s fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup.
Dahl, he goes into left field, so that's a double switch. As Tomlinson takes a strike. Here's Dahl. Very high and very wide, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Watson in the Giants bullpen. 1-2. Dodgers won today. Arizona Diamondbacks lost today. San Diego beat the Pirates today. Two and 2.
Nick Hundley sitting in the glow of a home run. Andrew McCutcheon on deck. Should the inning get to him?
Look out. Heads up as Jackson gets chased back.
Tomlinson having a good day with a bat. He had the really big hit.
He did. He had the hit to tie the game and then give the Giants the lead in the game. On the ground, foul. Hit right to Eli Whiteside. You can't get nothing by Eli Whiteside.
No, those are good hands right there.
That's Jack Reacher. Come on.
That's what he does in the offseason. CIA hitman.
All he's got is a toothbrush. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Nicest guy in the world, by the way. Eli Whiteside.
Tomlinson down the right field line and foul.
Yep. Game's all about kids. Nice going. Mom with the high five. Perfect timing.
Out of play.
All right.
Well, if there's such a thing as act like you've done it before, well, this guy has. 2-2. Hit out to left, but it's right at Dahl, and that'll end the inning. 2 home runs here in the 7th. Brandon Belt, number 11, and it's bye-bye baby. Nick Hundley, his 5th, and it's bye-bye baby. And it's 9-5 after 7. on NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, which can be seen on the channels listed on your screen. Now, if you can't find Plus, log on to NBCSportsBayArea.com or call your local TV provider. That's all. That's all you got to do. Watson to Gonzalez and a call strike.
Tony Watson taking the ball for the 21st time. See what he has done this year. Giants bullpen has been solid. And Tony Watson has been a big part of why they've been solid.
Little pop up on the middle of the diamond, and Buster Posey comes out and he makes the catch.
It's such an easier play for the pitcher, but somewhere down the road, somebody said, we don't want pitchers taking the pop up, so you make a catcher make a spectacular play.
And I feel bad for Watson because he's been taught over the years to get away. He's looking up like, what am I supposed to do? I mean, he immediately looked for help when he was the guy logical to catch it. Look, it's like right there, huh?
All
What?
you can do is point at it. There it is. But in the end, Posey does make a nice play.
Yeah. Here's Valleca. Healthy rip and a foul back. See the changes. Buster now behind the dish. Belt at first. Blanco in left. So with all of those changes, just one guy out of the game, and that's Hundley. Two balls and a strike. Three and one. Into center field. And a broken bat right off the end of the bat. Let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, gentlemen, Mark Melanson was one of my interview guests for Giants Pregame Live this week, and we gave him a fan question. A parent tweeted in asking what Mark's advice would be to a 10-year-old who wants to throw curveballs and sliders. And Mark answered that I would teach them delayed gratification. He said he did not start throwing breaking balls until he was 14 years old. It puts undue stress on your elbow and is probably a reason so many players today have Tommy John surgery. He said what you need to do is learn how to locate your fastball. That'll get you through. Gentlemen?
Yep. I think my partner agrees with that as Dahl swings and misses.
Well, I do agree with it. I've seen too many injuries, serious arm injuries along the way to youngsters.
And I've told you this story. We did the Little League thing with Chris Stratton, and he answered the question, and so did Derek Holland, about both knowing kids around 12 or 13 years old that had to have Tommy John surgery because of that. You don't want to do that. Have it when you're 32.
Yeah, when you're 34 years old.
Look at that. He's got kids all over the place, and you got a foul ball.
But I go to a lot of Little League games, and you see kids of 11, 12 years old, they're throwing a lot of breaking balls.
Hey, Dave and Dave Jr. Think the apple didn't fall far from the tree? Are they both eating ice cream?
I think they are. Oh, yeah.
He is a cute kid. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swinging a foul. So it remains 2-2.
Dahl, a former first-round pick by the Rockies.
Yeah, everybody associated with Colorado speaks very highly of him. Got him.
Tony Watson sends him packing. The thing about Watson, we always talk about it, is the lazy arm delivery. I mean, it's a low 3/4. You don't have a lot of arm snap, high-speed action coming at you. You don't expect as much fastball as you get, and the lazy arm can make a fastball at 92 seem like it's 95 just because of the arm action. And Dahl's got a quick bat to a fastball, was late.
And Blackman digs one out, and he's got a base hit. So he's comes up with his first hit of the day, and here's Desmond. Buster goes out, has a word. Giants will head to Houston after the game. Day off tomorrow, play on Tuesday and Wednesday. Day off, and play in Chicago on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I will meet you in Denver.
In Denver.
And I'll have some stories for you about Chicago. It's going to be unbelievable.
I'm anxious to hear about the renovations.
I know about partying and going out, and
Yeah.
I'll let you know if I actually got past 9:30 or 10 o'clock.
Yeah, well, we both know that ain't gonna happen.
0-2. At second is Valleca. Blackman at first. And that's a swing. You're going to miss to end the inning. Bottom of the 8th coming up.
At you every moment this season. Check out MLB At Bat today and download it. My mom tried, what did it say? My mom tried to make me a Rockies fan. Never in a lifetime, Mom.
Here's Gregor Blanco facing Musgrave, and Blanco takes high. Gregor gets an at bat. He would like to forget about 4 at bats yesterday. He went 1 for 5 with 4 strikeouts. And that's unusual, although we did get a note. I think he's done it 5 other times, which I can't believe that. Bogus information would never give us bogus information.
No, BI, no. Although we sometimes wonder.
One and 2 to Blanco. Two and 2. Hernandez on deck. There's Madison Bumgarner.
Yeah, he's going to get to start having rehab starts here this next week as Blanco goes down and strikes.
Warriors Playoff Central is airing right now on NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, which can be found on the channels located on your screen. If you can't find Plus, log on to NBCSportsBayArea.com or call your local cable TV provider. Here's Hernandez. They're getting ready to get going there.
The Oracle be rocking tonight.
There's a strike.
And we want to wish the Warriors all the best from all of us in the Giants organization.
Here's a pitch outside for a ball. He's a Warriors fan.
Oh yeah, everybody's a Warriors fans these days. Why wouldn't you be?
To right. Gonzalez. 2 outs. Here's Buster Posey. Buster had to hit his first time up. And a triple. Got the Giants on the board.
First triple since 2016. We were pretty excited about it.
I think the most amazing triple we've ever seen, and we didn't see it live, we saw it on a replay, was at Fenway Park. Benji Molina needed a triple for the cycle in his last at bat, and he got it.
That is a miracle.
That's impossible.
Benji, a great Giant, 2-time Willie Mack Award winner.
A great Giant.
Great catcher. Slowest man
Just couldn't run.
ever.
He needed a triple for the cycle, and he got it.
And I think it was only, I think he's only got two triples in his career.
Unbelievable.
We need to check on that. I may be way off, but he's just not built for triples.
3-1 to Buster, who Buster replaced, by the way. He replaced Benji Molina. 3-2. Tapped, slowly foul. Well, if you didn't see the triple, this is what it looked like. Got right out into Triple's alley. Watch where this ball rolls.
triple written all over it. It lit the bench up, and that's how the first inning got going.
Three and two. Foul. Look out.
So we got our information. Benji Molina had 6 triples in his career.
Yeah. Probably a few of them here.
Oh yeah, this is an opportunity, even for a guy who's slow. So 13 years Molina played, he had 6 triples.
Well, I think that's pretty good, to be honest with you.
Me too. I never had a triple. I shouldn't be getting on anybody about speed.
Hey, all I know is you caught your wife 5 times. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yes, I did.
And the walk. Giving Longoria another shot at it. It's a good spot. Longoria drew a big walk in the 7th. He also had a sacrifice fly in the 1st. And between those 2 at bats, he lined out the 3rd and popped out to left. Here he takes a pitch low, 1-0. Both teams with 12 hits. And a base hit for Longoria. And here's Belt.
Well, the way that this series has been played here at AT&T, it absolutely, if you like offense, you got to be excited about what's going to happen at the end of this next road trip. And the Giants in their last 3 days of the road trip in Denver. The Giants are going to be going to Coors Field for the first time this year with this offense. And Brandon Belt will get a chance to hit at Coors Field. That was the big swing of the bat today. And there's been a bunch of big swings of the bat, but that was the one that really created some distance.
Belt pops it up. Story backpedaling, and he's going to put it away, and that'll end the inning. Onward to the 9th. Strickland coming in. Live will start at 4. Have the game for you right at 5 o'clock in Houston. It'll be the Giants and the Astros on NBC Sports Bay Area, also streaming live on the NBC Sports app. Strickland, a new pitcher. Arenado, the first hitter in the ninth. Arenado, Story, and Iannetta. Giants with a 9-5 lead.
See what Strickland has done in 20 games. 9 saves on the year. This is not a save situation. 2-1 with a 2.29 ERA. And really, he has gone to another level lately with the development of this changeup, or the split that he has. And it has enhanced the look of the fastball, if there's such a thing as enhancing a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
And the 0-1 to Arenado is popped up. Posey checking to see where he is, and he's got room, and he puts it away. One out. Yeah, you hit a home run, you can sit right next to the manager.
Yes, you can. You can make fun of his tennis shoes. You can say just about anything you want.
Here's Trevor Story. Down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Iannetta to follow. And that hits the outside corner. The bullpen today has consisted of Guerin, Smith, Dyson, Watson, and Strickland.
Well, the bullpen's going to enjoy their day off tomorrow. They have thrown a lot of innings this homestand.
Yes, they did. Up the middle. And Story with a base hit. Here's Iannetta. Iannetta 0 for 3 with a walk. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Gerardo Parra is on deck. Strickland to the plate. And tight to even the count. Mike mentioned it earlier. The Rockies do not have a day off tomorrow. They will travel to Dodger Stadium.
Still trying to figure out who to root for in that series.
Just root for massively 3 extra inning games.
Yeah, like a 14-16 and a 21 inning game.
Yeah.
Perfect. There you go.
Two and 1 to Iannetta. Two and 2.
Two-seam fastball right on the inside corner, down around the knees. Been all hard stuff from Strickland.
swing.
Chris Siegel, the first base umpire, with a no swing. Did he go? All right, let's take a look. Yeah, I don't think he did, but we've seen it called a strike. It's right out there on the 50-50 line.
Three and two. Got him.
So he cuts him with 96 on the outside corner. And really what set this up was the second strike that he got with the two-seam fastball on the inside corner. Had movement going into Ionetta. This one going away. Not big movement. Doesn't take a lot. And at that velocity, see you later.
So here's Parra. Parra hitting for the pitcher. Runner goes, and it's a strike at the knees. Buster's going to go out and have a word. Why not?
First sign after two. All right, here we go. Starting to see more and more catchers that have an information wristband on their left arm. And that's one of the things that they put on there, is what the signs are for everybody in the coming out of the bullpen. Buster has tried them, but he hasn't really felt comfortable with them yet. First version he had was pretty big.
Out of play.
And every pitcher does have a preference to what type of signs. There's just not such a thing as a universal set of signs with a runner at second. It can be as simple as first sign after two, or first sign, or last sign. And they can get quite technical with pump systems.
So it's 0-2 to Parra. Parra hitting .278. Two and two.
Here's the split. The beautiful thing about that split is he's getting good movement going away from the left-handed hitter. See the tail, it just sort of streams away from the lefty. Not a pitch he wants to miss up with at the belt. He'd prefer that to be down around the knees.
Out of play, and we'll do it again.
He gives him a breaking ball.
Strickland at the belt. And Buster's got it. He's going to go to third. And they got him, and that's the ball game.
Wow.
It popped up. Posey grabbed it and threw to third, and we'll see if Story's okay. And that's going to be the ball game.
Well, and there's a pose down out in center field. And that indeed is the official ending of a win for the Giants. Just take a look at how it ended. Ball comes down in front of home plate. Posey goes up. Nice exchange. And a strike to Longoria. And Story gets tagged out on the head. Easy call for
CB Bucknor or, yeah, CB.
And the Giants go 4-3. That sounds a lot better on the homestand.
Well, during this special 10-game set where you started off yesterday and today, and now you go to Houston, Chicago, and back to Denver, this is a great start to that 10-game set. So a nice baseball, great offensive day, a second day in a row for this Giants team.
Final score, Giants 9, Rockies 5. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for Giants Postgame Live, presented by Toyota, which starts right now.